subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello. In this video, we will look at the important questions from MEG-1, that's British poetry. But it is important to note that the British poetry paper is structured in two patterns, pattern A and pattern B. In pattern A, the first question is related to reference to the context. Other questions may be block questions, or the paper setter might create some questions according to the syllabus. Pattern B includes only reference to the context questions from 1 to 10 with options. First, let us talk about pattern B, which requires thorough preparation or comprehensive preparation. Look at this paper. It was set for the candidates who appeared in term and examination December 2012. All the 10 questions are about reference to the context. And this pattern of paper also appeared in June 2013, December 2015, June 2016, December 2018, and June 2019. So it is challenging to guess the specific questions, but I would suggest to you to prepare at least the first 3 stanzas of each poem, as reference to context questions often come from them. Now let us discuss pattern A. It contains various types of questions about the poet, literary movements, or questions related to a specific poem. In this pattern, you can't afford to ignore any block. I have selected some important questions from each block that you can study to perform well in the exam. Let us first look at some important questions from block first. First question, critically comment on the Nanus Priest-Tale. Question 2, what individualizes the portraits of the characters in the prologue to the Canterbury Tales? Question 3, name 3 major sources of Chaucer's vocabulary. How does each source contribute to his poetry? Question 4, attempt an analysis of the portraits of the knight, the wife of Bath, the monk, and the friar. Question 5, write a critical note on Chaucer's art of portraiture in the general prologue. Let us now look at block 2. First question, what does the term Renaissance mean? Identify some of the key factors responsible for the spread of the Renaissance in Europe. Question 2, what do you understand to be the most influential factor shaping Spenser's career as a poet? Would you consider him an opportunist? Question 3, what do the sensuous images in the Amorti tell us about the poet, his beloved, and the age? Question 4, comment on the Renaissance elements in the poetry of Edmund Spenser. Question 5, comment on the image of sensuality in the Amorti sonnets by Spenser. Question 6, compare and contrast the Epithalamion and Prothalamion as wedding songs. Question 7, analyze the use of time and temporality in Spenser's Epithalamion and Prothalamion. Look at block 3. Question first, what do you understand by the term metaphysical poetry? Give the characteristics of metaphysical poetry. Question 2, consider George Herbert as a religious poet. Question 3, consider The Garden by Andrew Marvell as a didactic poem. Question 4, what is a conceit? Cite examples of conceit from your poems and explain them. Question 5, critical appreciation on Twickenham Garden, The Garden, Affliction, Redemption. Let us now look at block 4. Question 1, critically evaluate Lycidas as an elegy. Question 2, Christian and classical elements are closely interwoven in Lycidas. Discuss. Question 3, what were some of the cultural and political factors that led to the making of Milton as the first major English epic poet? Question 4, identify some of the primary influences and the main literary sources to be found in Milton's early poetic works. Question 5, would you agree that Puritanism influenced Milton's life? Question 6, which of the 2 poems, El Allegro, Il Penseroso, in your opinion, represents Milton's own views more accurately? Question 7. Examine some of the personification Milton employs in Lycidas. Would you say that they add to the sense of lament in the poem? Look at Block 5. Question 1. Attempt a critique of John Dryden or Alexander Pope. Question 2. Discuss MEG-1, a mock heroic poem, or as a satire or a comic fantasy. Question 3. Can satire be great poetry? Discuss with reference to MEG-1. Question 4. Discuss the satirical portraiture of MEG-1. Question 5. How does Pope turn purely personal matters into general, universal concerns in an epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot? Question 6. What truth and the sentiment does an epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot by Alexander possess? Question 7. Discuss an epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot as a satire. Question 8. Would you think satire became popular in the age of Dryden and Pope? Look at Block 6. Question 1. Discuss the songs of innocence and songs of experience as contrary states of human soul. Question 2. Justify the subtitle of the prelude as growth of a poet's mind. Question 3. Discuss the prelude as an autobiographical poem. Question 4. Do you think the prelude is Wordsworth's greatest work? Give reasons for your answer. Question 5. Discuss Kubla Khan as an allegorical poem. Question 6. Give the silent features of romantic poetry, citing examples from the poems in your course. Block 7. Discuss in your own words the crowd accompanying the car in The Triumph of Life. Question 2. Attempt a critical appreciation of The Triumph of Life by P.B. Shelley. Question 3. Evaluate The Triumph of Life in the light of the opinion that Shelley achieves the sublime. Question 4. Comment on the uniqueness of Byron and Shelley as poets. Look at Block 8. Question 1. The great Victorian poets lacked the fire and passion which we find in the poets of the Romantic trend. Discuss. Question 2. Attempt a critical appreciation of The Blessed Damozel, My Sister's Sleep, and Goblin Market. Question 3. Would you agree with the point of view that Oscar Wilde's The Ballad of Reading Gold suggests the futility of Christian ethics and loss of faith in Christianity? Question 4. Who were Pre-Raphaelites? Examine the works of any one Pre-Raphaelite poet. Question 5. Based on your understanding of The Blessed Damozel, explain how Rushdie is concerned with the connection between this physical world and the world of the afterlife. Question 6. Comment on the Pre-Raphaelite treatment of women based on your reading of My Sister's Sleep and Blessed Damozel. Look at Block 9. Question 1. How are magic and symbolism related in Yeats' poetry? Question 2. In what ways are poetry, feminine beauty, and love related to one another in Adam's Curse? Question 3. Bring out the significance of Troy as a symbol in No Second Troy. Question 4. Offer an analytical comment on Sailing to Byzantine. Question 5. Discuss The Waste Land as a poem about 20th century concerns. Question 6. Discuss Yeats' use of history in either Easter 1916 or Lapse Lazuli. Question 7. Attempt an analysis of either Adam's Curse or Easter 1916. Question 8. Comment on the apportion of art and life and youth and old age in Sailing to Byzantine. Question 9. Discuss The Waste Land as a modernist poem. Question 10. Attempt an analysis of Eliot's poetic vision in The Waste Land. Question 11. Write a note on the elements of magic, mythology, and symbolism in Yeats' poetry. Look at Block 10. Question 1. Write a note on imagery of Dylan Thomas. Question 2. Write a critical comment on modernism in English poetry. Question 3. Write a critical appraisal of church-going and the Whitsun wedding. Question 4. Write a critical note on Philip Larkin's celebration of the commonplaceness of life. Question 5. Comment on the themes of death and suicide in the poetry of Sylvia Plath. Question 6. Why is Larkin known as an uncommon poet for the common man? Attempt a detailed discussion based on your reading of his works.